when the French actually conquered this part and they wanted to show it to the world that they were on a civilizing mission. So, whatever they did, they again and again stressed on that whatever they were doing was in fact to see that the country becomes developed. And for this, the first step that they took forward was that they started developing infrastructure in France. So, immediately what they said was, since it was lacking in infrastructure, so in order to civilize the country, they had picked up these projects. And the projects that they picked up were, first of all, understand the project and then I will tell you the aim behind it. They made canals and draining lands in the Mekong Delta. And the motive behind this was to increase the cultivation here. Next, they improved the irrigation system of the country. Again, they are saying that they are trying to help the country, and this was done by forced labor. When you are trying to make an infrastructure or something in the country by exploiting the manpower, what actually good are you doing to the country? But they said that they were improving the irrigation system in order to increase the rice production. Now, rice production also was not meant for the good of the country. It was so that the production would increase and they would be able to take this crop from this country at a larger scale. So, you must remember, whether it was the making of the canals or improving the irrigation system, the infrastructure making that they started off in this part was not meant for doing any good to this country, but for their own selfish interest. That is for increasing the productivity so that they would gain more money. Now, the transport system of the country also started improving. That is, they also paid all the attention towards transport system also. But this transportation again was meant for transporting goods, for military and garrison, that is to say, actually to see that it became a great aid, support and help to the French people and not to do anything good to the natives. So, remember, all the infrastructure projects that they picked up, whether it was canals or it was the irrigation system improvement or the transport system, it was all meant for their own selfish interest. Well, but they realized one thing while they were doing all this, that if they do not improve the economy of the nation which they had colonized, then definitely they will also not grow. They understood that if the people had money, only then they would be buying goods. So, they started working towards this also. And a very famous writer, Paul Bernard, actually supported this view, and he said that the land reforms should be done, industrialization should be looked at, so that the economy of the country which they had colonized improved in order to give a better boost to the French people. So, remember, they have entered this part and they have also started with modernization, infrastructure making, but the interest behind it is their own selfish interest. I will tell you how did they actually influence in other areas also in the following clipping.